Hi everyone! In this video, I wanted to tell you guys about an experience I had this week with my Korean family-in-laws. We did the memorial rites, or we paid tributes, respects for some of my relatives, my grandparents-in-law. We celebrated their death anniversary together with the brother of my father-in-law. We have done that on the same day this week, and I wanted to share to you guys the things that I have learned. They were little details that were taught to me by my Korean family-in-laws on that day. So basically what happens is every year on the day of the death of a family member, all the family in the clan converge in the house of the head of the family. The head of the family, by the way, is chosen by seniority. If you're the most senior or the oldest in the family or in the clan, that is where all the family members will go. They will visit your house, and that is where the memorial rite will happen. Okay, so the family comes together. The family comes together to remember those who have died, those family members who have died, and then they make offerings to their spirit in the form of artistically prepared food and drinks. This is, like I've said, is usually done at the head of the family's wooden floored hall, or just the main bedroom of that house. So the descendants would be preparing the house where a divider, some sort of a divider with those characters on them, will be set up. And then those low tables will be set up, and they will prepare different food on those tables, and as well as an alcohol. And then traditionally they are to prepare some sort of prayers for them as well, but nowadays I was told that they omitted this practice. They don't do this practice anymore. They just do the bowing. This memorial rite was traditionally done at the hour of Jashi. It's Jashi in Korean, or the hour of the rat, what they call it, which is from 11:30 to 12:30 a.m. Two reasons for this. First is that honoring the ancestor took priority over everything else. And then the second reason for this is that this was deemed the quiet hour in the middle of the night, which is favorable for the spirits to come and visit us in our world. But you know, as time goes by, culture changes, and they don't really practice this. They don't strictly follow the time. Nowadays they just do the memorial rite at the night of the death anniversary, the day of the death anniversary itself. Okay, so preparations. So if you can see on the video there, you are to prepare many kinds of fruits. So I was told that these kinds of fruits differ across all households in Korea, but there are 4 standard food that should be prepared when you are doing this memorial rite. So if you can see on the first row, there should be the first food on your left must be the jujube, or those jujube is some sort of, it looks like dried dates as well, but they call it jujube here. And then next to that would be chestnuts. So chestnuts, they don't really cook it. It's fresh chestnuts, and then they just remove the coverings. And then after that, dried persimmons, and then pear. And then the rest is subjective to different families. It's up to you. But what is standard are those 4, I was told. So all across Korea, when they do this celebration or memorial, they usually have this 4 food, and those are the first 4 that are to be set up on the front row. And another thing to note is they are quite big on odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So those are the amount of food that you are to prepare. So for example, if you are to prepare strawberries, there should be odd numbers of strawberries on that plate. Maybe it can be 11, it can be 15, up to you, as long as it's odd number. So, another thing to note is most of the red food are on the east side of the table. I don't know why, but they're on the east side. They are supposed to be on the east side of the table. So if you see in this video that I took with my family, they put in the strawberries, and then there's the watermelon there on the right side. That's where the east side of the place is. And then fish. So if you see on the front table, there are some fish. The fish head must also be facing east. Tail must be facing west, while their belly, the fish belly, must be facing south, and top is, of course, not another thing. The front rows are usually reserved for I think fruits or some sort of desserts. So if you can see on our table there on our video, most of the fruits are in the front, but there's fish on the front row. So like I said, the food that you serve, most of them are subjective or depends on the tradition of your family. So except for the 4 that I mentioned, which is standard, what is traditional for our family is after the 4 standard food, next would be this dried fish that you see on the video. So that is what is standard to our family, I was told. See, there are odd numbers of rows. I think there are 5 rows of food there that are set up. Again, odd numbers. The egg there. There are 6 eggs. Why do you think so? There are actually just 3 eggs. Those are halves of 3 eggs. That's why it's 6. So usually the women do all the preparing of food, set it up, and then even clean up everything after the whole memorial rite. And then the men usually just sit around and drink on the table. This is something that I find kind of unsettling, I guess, coming from a country where gender inequality is non-existent. But yeah, still Korea still has a long way to go with when it comes to gender equality, I guess. Okay, so moving on to the actual ceremony. I wasn't able to take videos of the actual ceremony because I wasn't sure if it was appropriate or if my family will find it rude, I guess. But yeah, so once everything is in place, so the family gathers in front of this hall or in front of this bedroom, and if you can see here in this some sort of small door-ish. This is where the names of the family member who has died will be written. And oh look, there's crack on the table. This crack. Actually, I tried to fix this crack that I was told, oh no, don't fix that. This crack signifies, actually it signifies something. It signifies the separation of tables. Since we are doing the memorial rites for 3 people that day, we were paying our respects to the grandparents of my father-in-law and to his brother. So the crack signifies the difference in the layer. You know how because the son is not of an equal level to the parents, so we are supposed to actually do this thing 2 times, but since we're just doing it 1 time, we have combined it. This crack here is actually how we show the difference of that rite that we are doing for the brother and for the grandparents. Okay, moving on to the actual ceremony. So you do the full bow all the way to the floor. Not just the bow that you do after performing at an orchestra or something. You do the full bow all the way to the floor 3 times. At the same time, after each chopsticks or the spoons would be placed on the different dishes. So it's kind of moving. The significance of this is, so they could try the different dishes that you have prepared for them. The spirits would be able to try the different dishes that was prepared for them. If it's your turn to do the bowing, you are to take this cup over here, which will be filled with alcohol by another person for you, and you are to tip it 3 times. 2, 3, and on your last tip is where you pour all of it in this bowl over here. Okay, remember, 3 times, tip it 3 times. The first time I did it, I poured everything just 1 time, and I was told to pour it 3 times. Okay, so after pouring everything on that bowl, okay, the empty cup, you are to swirl it clockwise on top of the incense that has been set up. So on top of the incense that has been set up, bring it down and do your bowing thing again. Okay? So after that, after the whole thing is done, so yeah, that's it. After the whole thing, we take the names that were set up on those some sort of mini doors there. We take the names of the people who have died, and then we burn them. We burn everything. Just make sure that, like, when you burn everything is burned, and none of the no remnants of the paper falls to the ground. And then after the whole ceremony, yeah, that's it, I guess. After the whole thing is done, you guys are free to eat the food that you guys have prepared for the dead. So yeah, you guys are free to eat those things, or if not, it will be packed for you guys. For you guys to bring home to your respective houses. And that is how Koreans do their memorial rites, or paying their respects during the death anniversaries of their loved ones. Yeah, so that's it. That's my whole experience, and I hope you guys have learned something out of this. I just wanted to share it to you guys as well, because it's not something that is commonly told in some booklets or pamphlets that you see for tourists or for foreigners. And if you think this video is something that, or if you guys have feedbacks or comments. This is the first video I made. If you think I should make more of this kind of videos, please leave a comment and give me a thumbs up if you think this is good. Okay, bye.
It's a vegetable. Perfume stick.
Incense.
Yeah, incense. Yeah.
Incense.